Have you ever been puzzled by how JavaScript handles variable states? It can be quite confusing, especially when you see different behaviors in the REPL. If that's you, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of JavaScript variable states between lines of code. I totally get it. It can be frustrating when you think you understand how variables work, only to run into unexpected errors. You're not alone in this confusion. Many developers have faced similar questions about variable scope and state. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, what states are kept between two lines of JavaScript code submitted to Babel node? They noticed that when defining a variable with const and then redefining it with let, they encountered no error in separate lines, but got a type error when trying to do it in one line. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what's happening here? When you enter commands in the REPL, each line is treated as a separate execution context. This means that the state of variables can change between lines, especially with block scope variables like let and const. Let's break this down further. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a quick tip on how to avoid these kinds of errors in your JavaScript coding. To understand the behavior of variable declarations in JavaScript, we need to look at how the JavaScript runtime handles scope and state. When the user runs two separate lines of code, each line is executed in its own context. In the first case, when the user declares a constant variable using const a equals 1, this variable is stored in the current scope. However, when they declare a new variable with let a equals 2 in the next line, it creates a new block scope, allowing the second declaration to override the previous one without an error. In contrast, when the user tries to declare both variables in a single line, the JavaScript engine sees both declarations at once. This leads to a conflict because const and let cannot coexist for the same variable name in the same scope. The key takeaway here is that JavaScript maintains the state of variable declarations within the same scope. When using separate lines, the state can change due to the creation of new scopes, while in a single line, the declarations are evaluated together. In summary, the user should remember that the scope of variable declarations affects how they can be overridden. Understanding this concept is crucial for effective JavaScript programming. Fun fact, did you know that JavaScript was created in just 10 days? It's amazing how something so powerful came together so quickly, but it also means there are quirks like these to watch out for. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user points out that the behavior observed with Babel REPL differs from the standard node REPL. They explain that in the regular node environment, redeclaring a variable with the same name results in a syntax error, indicating that the variable state is maintained across lines. They suggest that the differences in behavior may stem from how Babel processes the code, implying that Babel might not maintain the same state as the standard node REPL. Here's a quick tip to keep in mind. Always be aware of your variable scopes. Using let and const correctly can save you from unexpected errors and make your code cleaner. And there you have it. Understanding variable states in JavaScript can really enhance your coding skills. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insights and keep coding confidently.